So up at the top here with our input sources, we've got mic. We press this button to change the sources. You've got mic, line, DI. So there's separate DIs in the back of this, and then a line DI. Okay, and then back to mic, which will be the XLR from the wall. Watch out for the clip light. If you've got too much level in there, it will clip. The next section underneath that is the automation, so we can select what sort of automation we've got for the particular channels. Okay, and we can also include here, there's buttons for selecting EQ, dynamics, inserts and sends. Further down here we can select these tracks for doing work on to the plugins and things like that. Not going to go too deep on that, but we're basically the other buttons here. We've got the solo button and the mute button. If you notice, if we press solo, the mutes flash on the other channels because it's a soft mute. If you press mute itself, it will stay on instead of flashing. Over on the right hand side we've got our master section, so we've got play, stop, rewind, fast forward and the record button, which I'm not going to press at the moment because we're in the middle of somebody's session. We've also got buttons here where we can bank the tracks, so we can either nudge them one at a time, if we just want to move things around, or if we take the nudge off, we can bank them to first 16, next 16, and if we'd got more tracks we could keep banking. So we're not limited to 16 on playback. Okay, all the transport modes and the zooms and the file utilities are available here that replicate what's going on the Pro Tools. So up at the top, I say we've got the control room speaker volume. The headphones are the headphones in the bottom of the desk, so don't think that that's the ones going into the other room. Okay, this one Q is the headphone mix going to the live room, and on this desk in this setup I've arranged for the studio loudspeaker to go to the wall box on the left and the Q to go to the wall box on the right, so you've got independent volume controls. I've selected on the studio loudspeaker output and main to Q on the Q. Again, we can set up a separate mix for Q, but for the basics of getting you running, just make sure you've got main to Q selected and then you'll hear it in the other room. So things that people normally get stuck on that I find, make sure you've not got alternative monitor on, you've unmuted the desk, you've got some level on your speakers, that you're not using this headphone for the headphones in the other room, only if you're using the headphones in here. The studio loudspeaker goes to the wall box on the left, the Q goes to the wall box on the right. Okay, lots of other things. This is a control surface, so anything that you can find on Pro Tools is probably on this section or in these other buttons that we haven't covered so far. If you want to go further, have a look at the guides that are online. Lots of them.